time for the Bear Child 11 o'clock news on this late Wednesday night, August 19th, 2015. Good evening, everybody. I'm Peter Wiggins. I got 11 o'clock news at 9. There on our top 3 at 11 o'clock here on this late Wednesday night. Here is in Spokane, Washington, where 3 firefighters were killed and 3 to 4 others were injured, at least one critically, or Wednesday. As raging wildfires with vents on towns in north central Washington and 40D said. Merrimack, New Hampshire. Republican presidential candidate Jeb Bush made a significant shift in strategy on Wednesday night by launching a direct attack on Donald Trump, questioning the businessman's conservative credentials. The amount of information revealed by the Ashley Medicine hackers is really quite staggering. Tens of millions of emails, locations, pickup lines, and even more personal data. The Clinton campaign seized on 2 emails highlighted in the Fox News report on Wednesday as telling reporters in an hastily arranged conference call that the information in that story bolstered Clinton's contention that she did not use her home base. In Cairo, a Cairo bomb targeting security forces exploded in the Egyptian capital early Thursday morning. The Interior Ministry said, shaking buildings across the city and raising fears when increasingly blazing insurgents did as stepped up attacks. St. Louis police fatally shot a black teenager who say pointed a gun at them on Wednesday and arrested 3 protesters who recalled racial tension sparked by a killing and a named armed African American teen, which is Michael Brown, who knew by Ferguson, Missouri, a year ago. In Beirut, Lebanon, for decades he was a bespectacled caretaker of the son of the Syria's greatest archaeological treasure he explored. The sprawling ruins in his hometown, named their daughter Zenobia after his ancient queen, and became his own shrine as shielding Syrian antiquity to a grisly death at the hands of ISIS. Iran will inspect itself at the most sensitive and known military complex that clear up suspicions of past military activity, NBC News has confirmed. Israel's Supreme Court on Wednesday suspended the detention order for a Palestinian prisoner, Mohammed Al-Alan, who has been refused food since June amid concerns that he had been suffered brain damage. British police are to work with French officers at the UK border force at a new command and control center in Calais. The government is next. U.S. hired 25 drivers in Los Angeles and San Francisco for criminal records ranging from party crabs, sex offenses, and murder, prosecutors said on Wednesday. IC officer will not be charged with the death of terrorists killed during. A giant sinkhole in Florida has opened up 2 years after a sinkhole in the same spot swallowed a sleeping man and killed him before they said on Wednesday. The National Zoo said Wednesday that it's perfectly they have spotted a developing fetus inside its female giant panda by Yang. In Tokyo, Nadal was on the defensive against a Euro yen on Thursday, having pulled back sharply after a Federal Reserve meeting admitted suggested that policy Americans were in no hurry to raise interest rates. Park City, Kansas, the nation's top transportation officials said on Wednesday that while the U.S. park government is on a good path when it comes to commercial use of drones, concerns remain about their private use. Crude oil futures are in negative territory at early age of trade on Thursday, extended steep oversight losses as American sentiment continues to sour. Washington consumer prices ticked up in June for the 6th straight month in July, but the pace of growth slowed into what could be a worrisome sign for the Federal Reserve officials they consider raising interest rates. A new study reveals that gas giant planets like Jupiter form the accumulation of a few tiny pebbles for decades. Astronomers believe that gas giant planets like Jupiter and Saturn form around a solid core, but a new study has turned this. Spotting particular stars and planets can be tricky even though they appear to move very slowly throughout the night sky. As all the International Space Station will appear to cruise much faster across the sky, it's still much easier to spot. A new video shows the seal escaping the jaws of the great white shark nearly as the two leap from the water in the air. Researchers say that they found what every parent fears before the start of the school year. Immunity and last they may be resistant to common treatments. People working long hours are more likely to have a stroke, according to analysts. More than 500,000 people today have published in the Lancet Medical Journal shows that chances of a stroke increase beyond the traditional 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. British health officials on Wednesday reported to reduce results of a government-funded study concluded that the use of electronic cigarettes can reduce the risks of smoking by 95% of age. Also helps smokers quit the habit. The bacteria of a pregnant woman's body can provide clues to risk going into labor earlier, according to a new study. Taylor again, New England Surgery at level 5. In Lowell, Massachusetts, a robbery at Liberty Street store robbed possibly a weapon store owner fired shots at suspect drinking PED K9 deployed for a tracking area as suspects in custody followed a short foot chase with Lowell Police Department. And Winford, Massachusetts, Revere Street at Governor's Drive, motivated Motorcycle accident, women injury. EMS packed in one patient. Peter Chilling News Times, now 11:05. You're on this late weather out here, and it is time now for a travel report here. And Route 37 on both ends in Crescent Wark, a little slow from 295 to 95 here. 495 on the southbound side. We have an accident on 495 southbound before Route 58 in Carver, so expect a few delays around that area. 495 here. 95 on the southbound side. It is slow around Route 1 in Sharon here. Route 3 in the southbound side is backed up from the split all the way out to before Route 18 in Weymouth here. Southwest Expressway southbound side slow before the Braintree split from Furnace Brook Parkway in Quincy here. 128 on the northbound side, so for Route 1 in Norwood to Route 109 in Westwood here. Mass parking on the westbound side, so for the Southwest Expressway all the way out to the Pruitt Tunnel here. Memorial Drive on both ends, a little slow for the Cambridge stretch here. 495 on the southbound side, a little slow for the Milford stretch before Route 126 in Bellingham. 290 in the eastbound side, it is slow from 146 before Route 9 in Worcester here. 290 on the westbound side, it is slow around Route Massachusetts Turnpike in Auburn here. 495 on the northbound side, a little slow from Harvard all the way out to Air. 120 on the southbound side, a little slow for the Linfield stretch here. Route 3 on the southbound side, so for Route 40 in Chelsea all the way out to Lowell. Up in New Hampshire, Route 101 on the westbound side here. Little slow from Epping all the way up to Kennedy in New Hampshire on 101 on the westbound side here. Map 95 interchange with 101 Hampton, New Hampshire, a little slow here. Up in the main turnpike, it's a little slow after the 202 interchange in New Gloucester here. Okay, looking at MBTA alerts here at 11:07 p.m. here. Ferries are looking good. Ferries are looking good. On the subway system, it's looking good. On the Commuter Rail, looking good. Peter Channel News Time, 11:07 p.m. on this late weather out here. Time now for weather report here. Special weather statement here in areas of fog which may be dense in some locations expected to develop overnight across portions of eastern Massachusetts and perhaps in the parts of Rhode Island here. Areas of fog were beginning to move out over the outer Cape and Nantucket this evening. The fog, some of which may be dense, will slowly advance to the north and west overnight. There remains uncertainty as to how far northwest this fog will advance. Highest confidence for dense fog is across far southeast Massachusetts, Cape Cod, and the Islands. However, it's possible dense fog advances into portions of Rhode Island into the northeast Massachusetts towards daybreak. Motorists traveling overnight, especially early Thursday morning, should be prepared for the potential with some dense fog. If confidence increases, the dense fog bars may be eventually be issued for a portion of the region here. And latest on Travel Storm Danny here. Location 12.1 in the north, 42.7 to the west. Max sustained winds 50 miles an hour. Movement west northwest wind 10 miles an hour here. And it's going to become a hurricane by about 8 p.m. on Friday. And when it gets to the Eastern Caribbean Islands, it's going to weaken into a tropical storm by about 8 p.m. on Monday here. But it's too far out, so we will keep you posted on what will Danny do here. Okay, 7-day forecast goes like this. Overnight, there's a fog right now after 11 p.m. About 6 skies of low and 67 degrees and light southwest wind to the southeast here. For Thursday, there's a fog before 9 a.m. was cloud skies right mid morning and gradual clear skies high around 84 degrees and light southeast wind increase at 5 to 10 miles per hour in the morning here. Thursday, temperature back after 11 p.m. was increased skies at the low end 65 degrees and east wind about 6 miles coming in the evening here. Friday, isolated showers at thunderstorms. Most skies about 82 degrees and calm wind becoming 6 miles per hour in the afternoon. Chest patient 20%. Friday night, chance of showers. Thunderstorms also possible after 1 a.m. Most skies about 6-7 degrees and calm wind. Chest patient 40%. For Saturday, showers and thunderstorms likely between noon and 3 p.m. Most skies about 81 degrees and chest patient is 6%. Here, Saturday night, chance of showers and thunderstorms. Most skies about 66 degrees and chest patient 30%. Sunday, chance of showers. Most skies about 79 degrees and chest patient is 50%. Saturday night, chance of showers after 5 a.m. was mostly cloudy skies around 65 degrees and chance patient 30%. Monday, chance of showers before 10 a.m. then mostly cloudy skies have at 82 degrees and chance patient is 50%. Monday night, mostly cloudy skies low at 64 degrees and Tuesday, chance of showers mostly steady cloudy skies have at 83 low about 60 degrees and chance patient 30%. And for Wednesday, mostly cloudy skies have at 81 degrees. Not temperature at 11:09 p.m. 73 degrees for first skies. Humidity 90%. And that is going to be for the Peter Channel 11 o'clock news on this late Wednesday night, August 19, 2015. I'm pretty sure. Hope you have a good night. I'll see you tomorrow morning with a more report. Good night.